Welcome, fellow musicians. If you're watching this, chances are you've seen the first video on how to get more high-paying gigs as a musician, and now you're wondering how to actually implement the strategies we talked about and take your music business to the next level with luxury branding and marketing. By the way, if you haven't seen the first video, check the link in the description and go ahead and watch that before continuing. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down in detail the luxury musician model that over 100 of my coaching clients have used to double, triple, or even 10x their rates in revenue. Now, this model is unlike anything you've seen before. It's not about doing more gigs or working harder. This is about transformation. Whether you're earning 300 a gig, 8K a month, or you're just getting started with private events, if you're willing to do the work, the luxury musician model is the fastest and most effective way to get from wherever you are right now to consistently booking high-paying private event gigs so you can work less, earn far more, and start running your music business like a real business. I'm here to help you step into the best version of yourself, to help you finally get paid what you're worth, play at luxury events where your clients treat you like royalty, and best of all, build a life that you love. Performing at private events changed my life, allowing me to travel the world, fully support my wife financially, have amazing experiences, and spend 10 hours a day producing music under my alias Daniel Chase, which was a passion project of mine. For my clients, they've been able to stop teaching or quit jobs they've had for over 20 years, perform at destination weddings and events, fund their own amazing weddings, afford luxury holidays, and take more time off than they've ever had before to spend with their families and loved ones. Now, a few quick things to mention before we dive in. This works best for musicians that play instruments which are popular at weddings and private events like guitarists, sax players, piano players, and violinists. If you sing and or DJ in addition to playing an instrument, even better. But that's not required for success. If you play an instrument that's typically only played in a band like a full drum kit, bass guitar, trumpet, or trombone, the luxury musician can still work for you, but you'll need to be more creative in how you position and present yourself. If you're committed to making private events work, then watch on. Please note also that this isn't for producers or rappers or people who want to play mainly original music. Private event clients want to hear popular songs that their guests will recognize, and unless you're actually famous, your ideal prospects probably won't be booking you to play original music. But don't forget that you can use private events to fund your original artist project, just like I did. Live events provide the fast money that enables you to funnel cash into slower sources of income like streams and royalties. Next, if you're afraid that you won't have time to start a new endeavor like this, great. That's exactly why you need to be doing this. The luxury musician model will actually help you to free up your time so that you can spend it on higher leverage and revenue generating activities instead of being constantly drained, busy, and burnt out from low paying gigs and doing everything on your own. Finally, in order to achieve success as quickly as possible, you need to have the means to be able to invest in yourself. Buying a nice suit or two, building a luxury website, creating high quality content, running ads, and getting mentorship all require capital to get started. Not a huge amount, but you do need something. So if you're really struggling financially right now, then this might not be the best fit for you at this exact moment unless you're truly committed to doing whatever it takes and in getting resourceful in order to make a real change in your life. With that being said, remember that investing in yourself is the best investment you can make. I realized this the hard way after losing my life savings in crypto. If you invest in stocks and shares, even real estate, the results are ultimately out of your control. But when you invest in yourself and your business, you have nearly total control over the outcome. You're missing out on far more in potential income you could be making each month that you don't make 10 to 20K per month. So if you want to ensure your own success, instead of reinventing the wheel, why not follow in the footsteps of others who have been successful before you? If you can replicate the same exact strategy they use to get to where you want to go, you can create similar, if not better results, whilst avoiding the mistakes and pitfalls they had to endure to reach their goals. That's exactly why I created The Luxury Musician in the first place, to help provide the support and guidance that I wish I had when I was first getting started in my music career, and even for for when I was 7 years into my career, burnt out with health issues. So wherever you're at in your music career, whether you're part-time or full-time, struggling to generate leads, or a seasoned professional looking to take things to the next level, as long as you have the hunger to learn and the willingness to take a different approach, I would be honored to help you compress years of trial and error into just months of focused, strategic, and exponential growth. The most successful musicians I know are the ones who take action. They make fast decisions, they don't overthink, and they're proactive. Because the sooner you take action, the sooner you'll start seeing the results that you've been waiting for. The Luxury Musician Mentorship is the world's premier coaching program for musicians looking to level up their private events game. We have results that are practically unheard of in the industry, with clients going from $300 bar gigs to $5K weddings in just a few months and booking their highest paid gigs within weeks of joining. So if you're ready, let's dive into the Luxury Musician program and exactly how implementing this model can help you to make 10 to 20K per month with just 1 to 2 gigs per week. So let me lay out a clear step-by-step strategy for success. It's something I call the Luxury Musician Roadmap. Every super successful private events musician I know has followed some variation of this path. Step 1, create an amazing product. Remember, the product is you, your talent, and how you present yourself. Step 2 is to create high quality content that you can use for step 3, which is to market yourself effectively to generate qualified leads. Step 4 is mastering the sales process so you can convert these qualified leads into actual paying customers. And step 5 is to delegate and scale your business with ads and virtual assistants, VAs, which includes web designers, SEO specialists, video editors, and an executive admin. The Luxury Musician program will help you master each step of this roadmap. The very first thing that you'll do inside the program is a total rebrand of your existing profile, or creating a separate new luxury profile specifically for private events. Either way is totally fine, with about 50% of our clients opting to start a new profile. Inside the program, you'll learn exactly what type of content to keep to attract your dream client and what to archive in order to avoid repelling them. It's a bit like Tinder. You can have a solid profile, but one off-putting picture can be a deal breaker. Now, you might have seen social media gurus online telling you how to go viral and that you need to post every day, etc. The truth is that whilst that can bring in leads, most of the time those leads will be wildly unqualified. What you'll learn in the Luxury Musician program is completely different. You don't need to post every day in order to achieve maximum results. And in fact, I would advise against it. We focus on quality over quantity in order to attract our dream clients. Each one of our clients undergoes a luxury transformation. We'll help you rewrite your bio, decide what headlines to use, and what type of content to showcase, not just on social media, but across all online platforms, including your website and paid lead platforms if you want to keep using those. Next, we'll help you to create new, super high quality content. It took me 9 years to learn videography, but I'll teach you everything you need to know in just 1 hour to go from hobbyist to video pro. The content training will show you exactly how to capture stunning, cinematic content that showcases you as a true professional. The overwhelming majority of musicians have content that is mediocre at best, so if you can master content with crisp, polished pictures and engaging videos, you will immediately stand out from the competition. You can go as deep into this as you like. If you want to stick to using a phone, that's totally fine. But if you want to take the next step and get a professional DSLR camera and learn lighting and editing, we've got everything you need, including a weekly live group call dedicated specifically to content and editing. We'll show you how to capture content live at events, but also record music videos showcasing your talent outdoors, at venues, and even how to build your own at-home studio setup. You'll get access to a professionally filmed equipment guide and an equipment list that you can use to replicate the exact setup used by many of our most successful clients. You'll also learn how to mix your audio professionally so you can have crisp, clear, beautiful sound in all of your content. We have a mixing session weekly, currently hosted by Ed Stokes from Stokes Sounds, where Ed can literally mix your track live for you and explain everything he's doing along the way, in addition to an in-depth mixing and mastering tutorials to help you create a professional, clean sounding mix for all of your content. So once you have a solid profile with high quality content, it's time for the fun stuff, generating high quality leads with marketing. Now, we discussed the different marketing strategies in the previous video: word of mouth, paid lead platforms, website and SEO, wedding planner outreach, organic content, and most importantly, luxury branded ads. So let's kick off with paid lead platforms. I personally don't use paid lead platforms anymore, but I did use them to get to six figures initially early on in my career. So if you're just getting started, they can be a useful tool in your arsenal, but only if you're using them correctly and effectively with a foundation of high quality content. Inside the Luxury Musician program, we'll help you to optimize your PLPs with profiles that immediately communicate value and attract the best possible prospects. Crucially, you'll also get the exact lead to booking conversion strategy we recommend for use on or off paid lead platforms. If you implement this combined with our sales training, you'll have the absolute best chance of turning prospects into paying customers as quickly as possible. In addition, you'll get access to the exact email templates I've used to communicate with clients that pay me 10 to 15K for a single booking. For those who are further along in their music career, or if you don't want to play the PLP game at all, excellent. We'll actually help you to transition off the paid lead platform so you have full control over your leads with luxury branded ads, which we'll get to in just a moment. But for now, let's move on to website and SEO. If your website is outdated, slow, messy, or DIY looking, that's an instant turn off for quality prospects. When your website looks and feels like luxury, clients assume your service is going to be expensive, and it naturally filters out the price shoppers. Inside the Luxury Musician, using the high quality content we've created, you'll learn how to revamp your site so it looks sophisticated and elegant, or build it from scratch if you prefer. You'll learn how to create specific landing pages for the purposes of attracting your ideal clientele using ads. And we have SEO training that will provide you with practical step-by-step instructions for ranking on page 1 of Google and other search engines so you can start generating qualified leads on autopilot no matter where you are. Most musicians haven't even heard of SEO, so hopefully you can start to see how by perfecting each of these marketing strategies, you can easily become top 1% or top 0.1% in the industry. Inside the program, you'll get access to our recommended web designer, video editor, and SEO specialist virtual assistants who can help you with each of these processes for a fraction of the cost of paying a professional in the United States or Europe, and save you the time and energy of needing to try and figure it out all by yourself. So in the last video, I promised you that I would explain a better way of connecting with planners and venues that isn't just spamming them with the same copy-paste email. From experience of working with over 100 musicians at the stage, at the Luxury Musician, we've created and refined a plug-and-play cold outreach strategy that is personalized and customized to each planner, primarily using social media. You'll get access to the exact SOPs, standard operating procedures, to implement this strategy, as well as tried and tested openers and scripts that you can follow to connect with wedding and event planners, as well as venues. You'll also learn how to leverage AI and virtual assistants to fully automate this process so you can build relationships with top planners that book you high-paying gigs almost fully on autopilot. Finally, let's talk about luxury branded ads. If this was the Lord of the Musician rings, this would be the one marketing strategy to rule them all. The beauty of luxury branded ads is that they can bring you highly qualified prospects that are willing to pay you thousands and thousands of dollars extremely quickly and for a low investment of time, energy, and money. You don't need to have a ton of followers or posts. You don't need to go viral. You just need great content and the right ad strategy. Inside the Luxury Musician, you'll learn the luxury branded ad strategy, which is a proprietary system that I've developed over the last several years. I've invested over 6 figures into various marketing courses and programs, and tens of thousands of my own money into running ads, along with the combined experience of my musician clients as well. You'll learn the exact strategy Bobby used to go from $650 gigs to booking gigs as high as $4.5K and $5K through ads, and Joe used to go from $300 bar gigs to booking a wedding for $5,350 despite having a newly rebranded Instagram account and for only $70 in spend. Our clients have used this ad strategy to get over 40 inquiries in just 2 weeks. Yet again, most musicians have no clue what they're doing when it comes to ads. The truth is that using ads is the dirty little secret that a small select handful of musicians that are crushing it don't want you to know. Wedding vendors in other industries are using ads to scale 7- and 8-figure businesses, and yet many musicians are completely unaware of the power of using ads to generate qualified leads on demand. Once you can harness the power of luxury branded ads and generate leads whenever you want, as long as you can master sales, you will have a money printing machine that you can turn on and off whenever you feel like. So let's move on to sales and scaling. Within the Luxury Musician program, you not only have access to the best cutting-edge marketing strategies for private events musicians, but you also get access to the best sales training that exists for musicians on the planet. Sure, there might be incredible sales trainings for people in other industries, but when it comes to musicians, you won't find anything even remotely close to this. Inside the program, you will get access to the exact script I use to close clients for 10 to 15K, along with live recordings of sales calls of mine and of my clients. Luxury musicians inside the community have used this same script to close private parties and weddings for anywhere from 5 to 20K. Through this training, you will understand sales psychology on a whole new level that you may not even have realized possible, and your close rate will go through the roof. Finally, when you're ready for it, we'll connect you with our recommended VAs to help you scale your business and buy back your time so you can continue to focus on higher and higher leverage activities as your business grows and expands. Not only that, but as your income grows, you'll be able to increase ad spend, and with an ROI of 5 to 10x, our clients have actually had ROIs as high as 70x, you'll be able to scale as far as you want. There really is nothing as scalable and effective as the luxury branded ad strategy when it comes to generating leads on demand. So I know we've covered a lot of ground there. We've discussed branding, content, marketing, sales, and how to scale your music business. If you're still watching, that probably means you're eager to learn more, and hopefully you're interested in getting started. So let's talk about the deliverables. Firstly, inside of the Luxury Musician program, which is typically 4 months long, you get access to a full video course breaking down everything we just covered and more in a clear step-by-step format. This course alone has everything you need to make multiple 6 figures a year. But if you're looking for more support, we've got you covered. We have 6 live group coaching calls every single week from myself and our 6-figure mentors, including Ron Cow, aka Virtuous Violinist, Fabian Chavez, the saxophonist for the Jonas Brothers, Kostya Lucky, and some of my top clients who have been consistently hitting 10 to 20K months. In case you're wondering, yes, you heard that right. 6 live group coaching calls every single week. That includes a business session, a content session, a live mixing session, a live performance session, a Q&A with me, and even a DJ session, whether you're a beginner or a more advanced DJ. When you join, you'll get a 45-minute one-on-one session with myself where we will customize a game plan for you going forward so you have a crystal clear, personalized strategy to get you to your goal as quickly and effectively as possible. You'll also get access to our own dedicated coach for tech support throughout the week whenever you need. If you need help responding to an email, getting some content reviewed, or figuring out an ads issue, your dedicated coach will provide you with unlimited feedback and support. In addition, you'll get access to the Luxury Musician community where you'll be able to connect with other private events musicians that are absolutely crushing it, and you'll be able to post to ask for feedback or opinions from everyone on there whenever you need. It's an incredibly active and supportive community. We also have an engagement group in which you'll be able to get more likes, comments, shares, and saves on your posts, giving you increased social proof and making you more attractive in the eyes of your dream prospect. Not only that, but you'll get access to a ton of bonus resources, including my contract, invoice, and price list template, a lighting upsell video course, and a collection of interviews with top wedding musicians in the industry like Jason Nelson, who's been featured on CNBC, Entrepreneur, and Fox News, Daniel Morris, who makes $200K a year, and so many more amazing people. So you might be thinking, well, that all sounds great, but what kind of results has this program got in your clients? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we have so many testimonials and results that are pushing the boundaries of what musicians thought were possible. For example, Dylan, a singing guitarist based in Maryland, booked over 16K worth of gigs in July 2025 from just 7 gigs, with 1 week totaling over 8K. He's booked solo guitar gigs for as high as 6.4 and 6.5K, with his average before joining the program sitting at around 1K. Verl, a saxophonist in Oklahoma, went from charging $300 for bar gigs to booking events from $3,500 to $5,500. Bobby in Ohio went from booking bar gigs for $600 to booking 15.7K worth of events in just 4 weeks. Chris in California went from making 30K in the entire year of 2024 to joining the Luxury Musician and making 30K in the first 100 days in the program in 2025. Khalil in Florida collected 16K in April and 18.7K cash in May. David in Florida went from a record of 1K before joining to booking multiple events at 3 to 4K. Derek in Hollywood smashed his all-time highest gig record, going from $500 before joining to booking a $5,000 private event with his wife Lavisa and booking $11,450 worth of events in 30 days. And Mikhail in New York City went from charging $300 for 10 years straight to quadrupling his prices and booking 5K worth of gigs from just 4 events in his first 3 weeks in the program. I could literally go on for days with win after win, but if you want to see more testimonials and wins, please go onto my Instagram at Dan Good and check out the client wins and the coaching highlights on my profile. I wasn't kidding when I said we have the best results by far and we are not afraid to show them. So at this stage, you may have a few questions. Firstly, if you're wondering, will this work in my area? The answer is yes. We've had clients crush it in Oregon, Ohio, Georgia, the Carolinas, Texas, Pennsylvania, and further abroad like the UK and even Greece. It's not about where you're located, it's about how you're branding and marketing yourself. Secondly, if you're wondering how much time something like this would take, as long as you have an hour a day to commit 5 days a week, you will see epic results. And again, if you're low on time, that's the exact reason you need to learn to brand yourself as a premium service so you can get out of the weeds and start doing high-paying gigs to free up your time. Also, if you're not sure if now's the right time, listen, there will never be a perfect time. The best time to invest in yourself was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. And if for whatever reason you want to get started right away, but you have some kind of travel plans or major event coming up and you're not sure if you're fully going to be able to utilize the program, not a problem at all, because we can always customize something for you to make it work at no extra cost, so you can start reaping the benefits of being inside the community even if you can't fully get started with everything right away. Another question you may have is what happens after the program ends? Well, the program is designed to give you everything you need so you can go off on your own and continue to flourish in your business with the newly acquired skills that you have without needing to continue with us. However, if you do want to continue with us after the 4 months, we can always customize a continuation program for you if that's something you'd like to do. Finally, you might be wondering how much something like this costs. The answer is that I or someone on my team will customize a package based on your individual needs. We have done with you options and done for you options where we will literally build your website and run your SEO for you, as well as edit your videos, etc. There's also the option of getting more one-on-ones with myself and our mentors. So with that being said, there is a range in terms of the investment itself. That range at the time of recording this is anywhere from 3K for the video course only to 8K for the done for you option, where we will build your website, implement your SEO, set up and manage your ads, and get you a ton of one-on-one support and weekly calls with myself, with most of our clients falling somewhere in the middle of that 3 to 8K range. So now the question is, are you ready to go all in? Because I'm looking for serious musicians who are ready to stop settling and finally charge what they're worth. So if that's you, I invite you to book a call with me or one of my team. We'll take a look at your music business, identify your biggest constraint, and if it's a good fit, we'll invite you to join the program and get started on the call so we can start changing your life right away. Whilst this video is designed to be an all-encompassing summary of what's included in the program, it's totally reasonable. You may have some additional questions, so feel free to either DM me at Dan Good on Instagram, or if you're confident that you're ready to get started, then go ahead and book in a call via the Calendly link in the description. With that being said, I hope you enjoy this video and I look forward to connecting with you on a call soon so we can change your life. Cheers.